aim, fire. That's all you have to do now. Fuck. I know. Underwhelming,
Get us
right?
out of here now! All KR units, evac to the surface!
Do you remember when I didn't know what that actually meant? And I had it on Call of Duty? I had it on Call of Duty and didn't know what it meant. Oh, that's great.
Control, can you read me? Anya, are you there?
I actually thought it was over after this. I actually thought the series was over, but then the end of the credits happened. I was like, maybe not. Like, I wasn't sure though. I wasn't sure because that looked like a very definitive ending. But obviously, a couple of loose ends were still to be answered, but I thought a book would have done that.
Your world can end
As you
in the
can
blink
hear,
of an eye.
Queen Mira is still talking, so that obviously means she's still alive.
One event, one unexpected twist of fate, and suddenly the world as you knew it is gone forever.
Anya, can you read me? Anya, come in! Anya!
All that you held dear, all that you held close, is washed away into the sea of distant memory.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
Life is cruel. Of this, I have no doubt.
How did they get out? I guess they wanted to travel with the bomb, just in case.
With or without you.
Was she doing a heart emoji to Marcus there, just in a different way? No, seriously, I think they had a thing. I think they had a thing going on. I think there were feelings there. I don't think they were actually together ever, but I think there was something there.
Are not the ones that
You know, and I think the slab actually really goes into that. Because obviously Anya and Dom really pushed it to get him out, obviously. And I think Astro Fields does it as well. It kind of, yeah, but I think there was always something there. I think. So yeah, obviously we'll have to wait to the end of the credits because I think that happens unless it's in the insane ending, but I don't know. I don't think so. Because I think in this one I actually learned from my mistake and did the whole game on hardcore from the start, and it gave me the whole bunch of achievements. Alright, so we are done. Yeah, that boss fight is just really underwhelming, guys. It's not great. You know, all you have to do is aim and fire. It's ridiculous. But yeah, guys, if you're ever bored of Call of Duty levels, play this game, because let me tell you, this is actually one of the few campaign games that actually doesn't follow the kind of like campaign norm that you get these days. If you've played most recent Call of Duty games, you'll know that most of them just follow a pattern of what levels you do, like a level in a jungle, a level in a snow, a level in this, you know. But Epic Games really went outside the box with this game in particular. That you got to ride Brumach, you got to ride Ravers, you went underground. So yeah, real thinking's outside the box there, and I think I have to applaud Epic for that. There's such an effort was made into this game, and unfortunately, I don't think you really get companies like this anymore. People that really made efforts in their games. But Epic Games were one of the companies that really took care and love with the games they made, and that's why the Gears franchise was so successful. I mean, even up to a point with Judgment. You know, Judgment isn't the most horrible game ever. It's not. The campaign is kind of different, I guess. You know, you gotta kind of give Epic credit for maybe making the campaign a bit different with Judgment, but I think at the end of the day it made it really arcade-like, and it's like, when you've played Gears, it's not arcade. Yeah, I could be wrong, maybe that's the wrong way of wording it, but you know what I mean. Excuse me, you know what I mean with the star system and all that? Yeah, it sounds a bit arcadey in a way, doesn't it? So yeah. So that's it's pretty awesome. So obviously Gears of War 2 obviously was the big one in thinking outside the box and giving you insane levels like that. It's just a shame that what's the word? You know, it's just a shame that that final boss fight was kind of underwhelming, if you like. It was a bit underwhelming. Like, all you needed to do really was just aim and fire. So it wasn't really like ROM. You know, with ROM it was tough and all sorts of stuff. It was really tough to get ROM at times, and you needed real good stuff to do it. With this game, it was a bit more dumbed down in terms of the boss fights. You know, that fight with Scourge was basically just mash B when he chainsawed you. So it's like I said earlier, did this game do an Uncharted and make the game a little bit easier? I don't know. Because like, hardcore on this game was really tough. It really was, as you saw. I even raged, and I already know what to expect of this game, so... Achievement unlocked, ship Gears of War 2. I love it. Achievement unlocked, ship Gears of War 2. Alright, so... No, we're still not done, guys. There's still 2 more games to go. Yes, we will be playing through Judgment. I believe our friend Sonic for Hire will be joining us for that, as far as I'm aware, so... Obviously, he'll be there for that one, so that'll probably make it a little bit easier. Having a third player with us, because Gears of War 3... really makes it central to 4-player co-op. Like, the whole time, I think it was 4 players. Unlike this game, and the first one where you were only with 4 players for, like, parts of the story. Whereas Gears of War 3 and Gears of War Judgment, you're with 4 players throughout the story. So, but yeah, man, Gears of War, one of the greatest franchises ever made. For various reasons. Like I said, I did expect some of these problems with backwards compatibility, and don't take what I said to heart. Like I said, I was only kidding. I was just saying your guys' fault. You know what I mean? I'm not pointing anyone out. I'm just joking with that. Like I said, it was a great idea. You know, it gave me the opportunity to play this. So I guess in a way, I've got to thank you guys for demanding this. You know what I mean? There's the other side of it. I've got to thank you guys for demanding this. I wasn't really too fussed either way. You know, I was gonna kind of just play with the Xbox no matter what anyway. But you know, this greatest series that I didn't have on YouTube, like Gears of War was one of my favorite series of all time, I mean. And I wanted to get up on YouTube because I could have done this series, but I only would have done it with my camera. So now that the Xbox One has backwards compatibility, and Gears of War being probably the second most successful franchise behind Halo, obviously. Halo, for obvious reasons, is obviously the most successful Xbox franchise probably ever made. But yeah, it's a good thing. Like I said, like with Halo Reach is now out, So Halo Reach, we can play through that. Myself and later on, we want to do Halo Reach. We want to do Halo from the beginning. So we're probably thinking about doing that, and yeah, we're probably thinking about doing that. We recently bought Tom Clancy's Vegas 1 and 2, Rainbow Six Vegas. We bought those games, so we were playing through those co-op as well. So even though backwards compatibility, in my opinion, I don't know. I mean, I'm not fussed about it either way. They can have it or they can't. But even though I was like, I don't know why we're doing it, because we're supposed to be going forward with technology, but at the same time, it gives me more playthroughs. You know what I mean? It gives me more playthroughs of games I really liked when the Xbox 360 came out. The Xbox 360 was my console, my go-to console for the last generation, like I've said before. The Xbox 360, like the PS4 in this gen, was my go-to console for everything. Mainly because the PS3 was expensive. You know, when it first came out, £500? Wow, I think that's what I was hearing anyway. So, you know, it was go-to console for obvious reasons. My parents bought one for one Christmas, and it really just went from there. And I was really just put off a PS3 because it was just so expensive, and I bought the PS3 at the end of the life cycle. But that was good timing, because obviously I got to play The Last of Us, I got to play Beyond Two Souls, you know? Games that have since been remastered for the PlayStation 4 and come out for the PlayStation 4, and obviously I've already done Beyond Two Souls already last year, and in the summer of this year I'll be playing through The Last of Us Remastered again, because obviously my playthrough was stolen from me when it was on a hard drive that got stolen. So that'll be my summer game. So, excuse me. So yeah. But obviously with the backwards compatibility comes problems, comes frame drops, comes lag, comes weird stuff. It's to be expected. So, you know. But like I said, I was only kidding back there. You know, I was only having a laugh. I wasn't blaming you guys. Like I said, I've got to be thankful for you guys to requesting that. I say you guys because I wasn't really up for it. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it was so easy for Xbox to do, wasn't it? You know, just one update, put it in the console. Which begs the question. Number one, was it on the console to begin with? And I believe it was. I believe this function was on the console to begin with, which leads into another question. Why wasn't it out from the start? You know, I think the Xbox One would have put up more sales if they had backwards compatibility in these games from the start. The one problem I do have with this though, it's only for select games. Which is, it's not really a problem, it's more of a nitpick. You know, they could have more games maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, if any of you guys actually know, if we can put any Xbox 360 disc in and play it, then let me know if you can do that. I personally don't know if you can. I don't think so, but if you can, let me know. I might buy a couple of 360 titles that I do in the future, but they'll be really old ones at this point.
This is Adam Phoenix.
Oh shit.
Is anyone out there? Can you hear me? This is Adam Phoenix. Can you hear me?
Oh shit.
What have you done?
And right there, I was kind of convinced that maybe a 3 was in the works. Because obviously it sounds like Adam was alive, and Mira's obviously alive as we know, so. Alright. And Lady Tom just disappeared. she's left. Are you still muted? I can't hear you now. Oh, fair enough. Okay. I think, well, like I said, you already got the achievements anyway, so it's not really a problem. Alright, everybody, that is it for the playthrough of Gears of War 2. Of course, Gears of War 3 coming in the future. We don't know when exactly. Obviously, as of right now, recording-wise, I'm only at part 10 of the playthrough, splitting with Uncharted Drake's Fortune. But, obviously, it will follow. Gears of War 3 will probably immediately follow, if not, be the game after Vegas 1. I don't know what's going to come first. It's going to be between this and Vegas 1, which comes out first. Probably Gears of War 3. It really depends on whether Sonic Fire can come on and whatever, because I think he's going to be our co-op partner for those two games. So, alright everybody, I've talked for too long. Just thought I'd get the conversation going in that credit sequence there. But let me know in the comments what you think of backwards compatibility. I think it's a great thing for what it is. But I personally think there could be more games that they could do, but maybe there's reasons for that. Like I said, write down in the comments whether you can put a disc in and it just downloads it and you can play it that way. I don't know about that. I haven't tried that yet. Alright guys, so that is it for the playthrough of Gears of War 2. I can't really say what's going to be coming next afterwards exactly. I know the one thing I will be doing is Uncharted 2. Which will follow Uncharted 1. I'm just saying that just in case this finishes before Uncharted 1 will, but I think they're about the same time anyway. But we do have Vegas 1, and we do have Vegas 2, and we do have Halo Reach, and those playthroughs will definitely be coming in the future, but I'm not going to say a timestamp on when, because I never follow schedules if I do that. So, what's next? You'll see it, obviously. Alright everybody. That is it for the playthrough of Gears of War 2. This is Seven Chaos signing off. Subscribe if you're new, and you know what to do. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.